1,000-pound sisters stars Brittany and Chris Combs' marriage may not survive the arrival of a housemate. Dixon, Kentucky, 1,000-pound sisters stars Brittany and Chris Combs are still together and trying to move forward together, having navigated their share of challenges in the past. However, a new wave of turmoil has swept into their lives, testing the strength of their bond. Recently, Chris decided to invite his sister, Tammy Sladden, to move in with them after she was kicked out by her other sisters, Amy Sladden and Amanda Halterman. Chris's intentions were rooted in love and support for Tammy, wanting to offer her a safe haven during a turbulent time. However, as he extended this helping hand, tensions began to brew at home. His eagerness to assist, Chris's words sometimes crossed the line, inadvertently causing hurt to Brittany. While he focused on the renovations needed for the place he offered to Tammy, an old house that was far from perfect, Brittany felt sidelined in the decision-making process. The situation escalated when Chris and Tammy started discussing the changes needed for the house, brainstorming ideas, and sharing laughs. Brittany, wanting to be supportive, stepped in with her suggestions, hoping to contribute positively. What began as a collaborative effort quickly turned into a heated debate, with both sides feeling misunderstood. Brittany's frustrations mounted as she realized that the support for Tammy was creating a rift in her own marriage, making her feel like an outsider in her own home. Additionally, the couple's previously private space has been invaded, with Tammy's arrival adding an unexpected layer of complexity to their relationship. 1,000-pound sisters star Tammy Sladden leans on Chris Combs. 1,000-pound sisters star Chris Combs supported his sister Tammy Sladden during a house tour. In the preview of the upcoming episode, Tammy voices her concerns about the various quirks of her new place, which had cracked tiles underfoot. Although Chris encouraged her to embrace the potential of the property with an open heart, Tammy found it challenging to shake her worries, a dusty sink, and more issues. Instead of being thankful to her family, she leaned on her brother for reassurance, counting on him to tackle all the renovation within just 30 days. How did 1,000-pound sisters stars Brittany and Chris Combs meet? 1,000-pound sisters stars Brittany and Chris Combs met for the first time in 2012 while at McDonald's and instantly sparked romance. Chris recently joined the fast food joint as a manager and connected to fellow manager, Brittany. The couple started their relationship as friends first, which later turned into romance. Chris popped the question to Brittany in 2016 and she instantly said yes. However, the couple exchanged vows in October of the same year in front of their close family and friends. However, the couple doesn't have any kids together. Chris Combs and Brittany Combs want to have a baby. 1,000-pound sisters Season 7 stars Chris Combs and Brittany Combs recently shocked audiences when they announced they wanted to have a baby. 44-year-old Chris already has children from his first marriage and grandchildren, but 36-year-old Brittany never had any. Though she feels like she helps parent Chris's children, she always wanted to have biological children of her own. Chris may not be sure about starting all over again with more children, but he wants his wife to be happy. So he'll do anything to help her have the baby she's always wanted. While the other Sladden siblings haven't been lucky in love, Chris and Brittany always seemed like they were in a solid relationship. He made his television debut alongside his famous sister in 2020. Chris is the patriarch of the Sladden family. Since then, he and Brittany have become fan favorites. Chris went on his weight loss journey over the years, and during 1,000-pound sister Season 7, Brittany is finally ready to go on her own. Part of the reason that Brittany wants to lose weight is so she can be healthy enough to have a baby. Chris Brittany's all-American love story. They met at McDonald's. 1,000-pound sisters stars Chris and Brittany met while working at McDonald's. 2012, Chris accepted a manager position at the fast food joint and immediately connected with Brittany, a fellow manager. They formed an instant friendship, which later turned romantic. In 2016, Chris proposed, and Brittany said yes. The age gap between them was never an issue. Chris and Brittany were married on October 15, 2016, 4 years before 1,000-pound sisters started airing. In October 2023, Chris posted a wedding photo to Instagram with the caption, "7-year day I say do and wouldn't change anything about this life journey we're on together." The post got over 10,000 likes, and fans took to the comment section with anniversary greetings. Chris's positive attitude and happy-go-lucky approach to weight loss made him a fan favorite. Chris and Brittany have no children together. Chris is a proud grandfather, and in January 2022, he posted a birthday photo to Instagram. In the photo, he and Brittany hold an adorable little boy between them, and they're all wearing matching birthday shirts that indicate it's his grandson's birthday. Though Brittany isn't the child's biological grandmother, she's wearing a shirt that identifies her as the birthday boy's grandmother. Brittany loves Chris's children and grandchildren as if they were her own. Brittany wants to have a baby she hasn't been able to yet. During the premiere of 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 7, a tearful Brittany talked about her reproductive challenges. She says she always wanted to be a mother, but she hasn't been able to get pregnant. Brittany thinks it's her weight that's holding her back from making her dreams of motherhood come true. She tells Chris that she wants to have bariatric surgery so that she can finally be healthy enough to have a baby. Though her doctors asked her not to get pregnant too soon after surgery, Amy disregarded their warnings. By this point, all the other Slaytons had the surgery. Brittany wants to lose weight so she can have a baby, which brings up memories of how Amy Slayton's weight loss journey began. When Sister Wives premiered in 2020, Amy weighed over 400 pounds. She was a newlywed who wanted children, so she had bariatric surgery and quickly lost 125 pounds. Though her doctors asked her not to get pregnant too soon after surgery, Amy disregarded their warnings. She gave birth to 2 healthy boys, Gage and Glenn Halterman. Brittany hopes to achieve a similar outcome. Chris is much older than Brittany. His baby would be younger than his grandchildren. At 44 years of age, Chris is older than the 36-year-old Brittany. Though Chris and Brittany's age gap never got in the way of their marriage, it may be a problem when it comes to having a baby. At 44 years of age, Chris would be starting all over again. During the premiere episode of 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 7, Chris pointed out that his baby would be younger than his grandchildren. Despite how challenging it is to have a baby now, Chris loves his wife and wants to give her what she wants. "This is the best journey that I've ever decided to take and stick with. Chasing a baby around isn't easy, and it only gets more difficult with age." Chris may find that he doesn't have as much energy as he used to. On the other hand, he has lost a lot of weight, so he may be more energetic now than he was when his children were young. The 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 7 star has changed his life completely over the last few years, and he even ran a 5K since losing weight. Having more children may not be easy for Chris, but it wouldn't be out of the question. Chris wants more surgery to icing on his weight loss journey's cake. Maybe more than one surgery for the Combs household during 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 7. Chris had skin removal surgery during 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 6. While lying in his hospital bed post-surgery, Chris says, "This is the best journey that I've ever decided to take and stick with." Chris was eager to keep up with his grandchildren. The post's caption reads, "Chris's skin removal is the icing on his weight loss journey's cake. He looked like a new man as he left the hospital after his procedure. I've still got some areas of opportunity. Chris loves the results of his surgery so much that he already wants more." He told Brittany, "I've still got some areas of opportunity. Chris got the extra skin around his stomach removed. He's already thinking about having the excess skin around his chest removed." Chris told Brittany he was tired of having larger breasts than most women. At the end of the conversation, Brittany asked Chris if they could afford to have 2 surgeries in the same year, and the 1,000-pound Sisters star promised he'd figure it out.